Good morning, students, and happy Monday. So, as usual, we're starting with math, and today we are starting brand new with what we call factors, and that is under the category of number theory and algebra. So, this will be your first course in algebra this year. So, we're going to learn about factors, and a factor is a whole number that divides into the designated number shown evenly. So, what we're going to do today is find the factors of all of these numbers. So, what that means is we're going to look at the number and decide which numbers can be divided into this number evenly. Of course, that means without a remainder. So, here we have an example, and it says find all the factors of 20. So that means we're going to find which numbers fit into 20 evenly. So at first, you can go one by one and then you'll get the hang of it. Of course, you'll know right away that 1 is going to be a factor because, of course, 1 can fit into any of these whole numbers evenly. And 20, because, of course, 20 is going to fit into 20 evenly. So you're just looking for those numbers in between. And we'll go over this later on Zoom today. So here we have 1 times 20 is 20. So of course, our first factor is going to be number 1, as we said. Then let's try 2. Does 2 fit into 20 evenly? Yes. 2 fits into 20 10 times. So 2 is definitely a factor. Does 3 fit into 20 evenly? No. Does 4 fit into 20 evenly? Yes. It fits into 20 evenly 5 times. So 4 is a factor. Does 5 fit into 20 evenly? Well, yes, because as we see here, 5 fits into 24 times. So we can go on. 6, 7, 8, and 9 are not factors of 20, just to give you a hint. But 10 is, because 10 fits into 22 times. We saw that here. So I'm just going to circle the 10 so we are reminded. Now, if we're going past half, we're not going to find any more factors, because any number above 10 isn't going to fit into 20 evenly. So we know that 1 fits into 20 evenly, 20 of course fits into 20 evenly, the number 2, the number 10, the number 4, and the number 5. So that means all of these numbers are factors of 20. The number 20 can be divided evenly by each of these factors. So it may sound like a lot of information, but basically all you're doing is finding all the numbers that can be divided into these without a remainder. So let's do the first sample. Of course, we know right away that 1 fits into 10 evenly, and of course 10 fits into 10 evenly. So that is right away. So let's start from after 1. Does 2 fit into 10 evenly? Yes, 5 times. Does 3? Nope. Does 4? Nope. Does 5? Yes. 5 fits into 10 evenly 2 times. And then we can go 6, nope. 7, nope. 8, nope. 9, nope. Because any number after half isn't going to fit. So we know that 1, 10, 5, and 2 are all numbers that can be divided into 10. So all of these are factors of 10. Now I'm going to have you guys do the sample, and then we will discuss this over our meeting today just to make sure that everybody understands. But it should be pretty easy because this is our basic beginning before we use these factors in our equations that are coming up. So here for our language arts assignment for Monday, we are continuing on with prepositional phrases. You may notice that this week there may be a day or two where you have 2 pages, and that's because we're going to continue on each topic for the whole day. And sometimes these topics have more than one page. But for today, we have just one page, page 118. So here you're going to place parentheses around the prepositional phrases. So we were doing this last week, and this is a continuation of our topic last week. After you place your parentheses around the prepositional phrase, you're going to circle the object of each preposition. So we know that every prepositional phrase has an object. So just to give a little reminder, I want to go back just over here so that you can remember what a preposition and a prepositional phrase is. So, for example, we have here, I peeked. That would be the beginning, behind the door. And then the object of the preposition would be door, the preposition being behind. I had lunch with my best friend. With being the preposition, and then friend being the object / noun. So you're just going to use the same concepts that we learned last week to place parentheses in these sentences from numbers 1 through 10. So for example, do you know about the value of milk? So about being the preposition, milk being the object. So make sure that you circle milk because that would be the object. So then we're going to go down to remember D. And of course, remember D means that we're going back to another chapter or another unit. And all you're going to do is put in missing words in the blanks. So what you're going to do is use this page that we just went to reference and look at these rules. You're going to use these rules to help complete these meanings. Necessary parts of a prepositional phrase, the object of a preposition, what every preposition must have, and what they begin and end with. And all of those answers to those rules are here. Sometimes you may have little clues in the instructions, and we have some more rules over here. But most everything you need will be here, because this is where we talk about prepositional phrases as a whole. So you're just going to reference back to these pages on prepositions to be able to complete these. And now we have our spelling, our first day of spelling for the week on list 25. And before I started, I wanted you to notice that in your emails, I have attached this definition sheet that I created, because for today, Monday, you won't actually be starting yet on the list 25, page 97 exercise. You are going to be writing your definitions. Now, although I recommend that you also write the definitions for your vocabulary words, because you have to anyways for Tuesday's assignment, you still have to turn in your pattern word definitions. And to make it easier and a little bit neater, I attached this page so you can use this to write your pattern words and then use the spelling dictionary in the back of the book to neatly write your definitions on these lines. Either way, I'm still going to say the spelling words, pattern words, content words, and vocabulary words, just so that you can understand the pronunciation, and then we'll start tomorrow with this page. So our pattern words for the week are refusal, survival, actively, definitely, delicately, valuable, advisable, noticeable, practiced, purchased, imaginary, courageous. Content words are solstice, equinox, vacation, Fahrenheit, centigrade, summertime, temperature. Vocabulary words are audience, inaudible, commotion, and promotion. Also, just a reminder that we will be starting our new chapter book polls this week. Remember that you are not required to purchase this book. I have the digital version for you, and we will be reading it together and completing our exercises, which you have in your email for this week.